So news of this blockbuster trade just went down between the Steelers and the Dolphins as the Dolphins received Minkah Fitzpatrick and a 2027 fifth-round pick, and the Steelers received Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and a 2027 seventh. Now, looking in, and of course I'm not a fan of either of these teams, but I think the Dolphins win this trade. You get off some salary when we come talking about Jalen Ramsey, and you already said Jalen Ramsey didn't want to be there. And it's crazy that Minkah Fitzpatrick is back in the Miami Dolphins uniform where he started his career. But Jalen Ramsey, one of the better corners in the league, but I think he's starting to exit out of his prime years, in my opinion. You do get Jonnu Smith to help on the offensive weapon with fire move, with a guy like a DK Metcalf, which I still think they need to add another wide receiver. But when we're talking about this trade, I think Minkah Fitzpatrick is going to be surely missed by that Steelers defense. The way he was able to play the middle of the field and the way he was able to make plays, not only in the passing game, but in the running game as well, I think Minkah Fitzpatrick in and outside of the locker room is going to be missed by the Steelers organization. Now, Ramsey, he comes in as a different personality than typically what the Steelers go for. He is a good football player, but I think the locker room is going to miss Minkah and his leadership and his things he did on the field more than anything. And I think Jalen Ramsey, at his best, he probably has one, maybe two solid years left. And then after that, you ain't going to go, because this defense and his football team is already on the older side. When we talk about Cam Hayward, Aaron Rodgers already on the older side. And you really need the young in this football team. And Minkah Fitzpatrick was only 28 years old. So when we're talking about the Dolphins, he still has 2 years left on his deal with Minkah going to the Dolphins. And me personally, I think you get rid of one of the best players that you have on your football team outside of TJ Watt to get Jalen Ramsey. I think Jalen Ramsey would have been better off if the Steelers didn't give off Minkah Fitzpatrick. You already have Darius Slay, who's an older side corner as well. So I didn't think the Steelers really needed to do this trade. Maybe you get another wide receiver. I think that would have been more smart if you're trying to, have Aaron Rodgers as their bridge and develop Will Howard. Looking at it, I think the winner of this trade is the Miami Dolphins. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick has still in his prime, and he's still going to give you the best football that he has. I think Jalen Ramsey may be getting to the point where he's a little bit past it. That's just my opinion. They do get Jonnu Smith to help with fire move, but I'm picking the Steelers. I'm picking the Dolphins to win this trade. That's just me. You guys' thoughts below.